Good afternoon, friends. So, in this class, we will discuss related to course aggregate. At course aggregate, next portion, what is that? It's manufacturing. What is the general process to get the course aggregate from the queries to that manufacturing process? We are going to see. Now, generally, whatever we have studied now, no? So if the aggregate size, if it is more than 4.75, if it is more than 4.75, then we generally call it as coarse aggregate. Or the material which is retained on 4.75 mmc, then it is called as coarse aggregate. Okay, generally. Greater than means it is obviously it is going to retain. So obviously it is going to retain. So how we are going to manufacture them? So how we are going to manufacture? There are crusher plants. Have you seen nearby your place any crusher plants? So there only the general manufacturing of aggregates takes place. So we have three different steps. First is crushing. Okay. Second is scalping, or third, or you can say screening process. These two are the major process. One is crushing, second is screening only. Okay, so scalping comes under it is a sub part. Concentrate on these two only: crushing, screening. Crushing, what is happening in generally, if you think, crushing means reducing bigger size aggregate into smaller aggregates, bigger size into smaller. Screening means what? Screening means separating the materials into a proper zone. So these are 10 mm. Okay, another material will be separated from the crushed portion. These are 20 mm. So like that, if you are separating the materials, that operation is called as screening operation. Okay, screening operation. Now, the crushing portion, it is the first step. It is the first step after the extraction from quarry pit. After the extraction from quarry pit. It is the first stage in most operation in reduction the size. So how it is done? It is done by the crushing only. Okay. Now, can you see this diagram? It is a schematic, or you can say the crusher only. So here only the name of the crusher is Byrmac Rock on Rock VSI crusher. Don't get confused. Simply understand it is a name. It's just a name given for the crusher. So from the point, see here at the top, the quarry material is fed. The quarry means what? From the rocks and all, they're cut from the sides, no? So they will be taken, and from there they are rolling and they are falling here. Okay, this is the feeding point. Now here inside, so, the crushing blades are there, crushing jaws will be there. Jaw means a bigger part of the machinery which breaks into the this one. Here what is happening? Here sometimes scalping is also going. Small finer material is separated here, and bigger rocks are crushed inside here. Later on again, finer and another finer material will join here. Okay, what is happening here? As the raw material is fed into this crusher, okay, it generally contains coarse also, fine material also, because it is directly taken from the ground, no? So that is why it may contain coarse aggregate, it may contain fine aggregate. So here some small procedure is there. What is that? In this, to increase the efficiency of this crusher, a fine material is taken like this. The path will be like this. For that, some mechanism will be there such that the finer material is pushed there, but the bigger particles which require crushing, so those are fed inside here. So here crushing operation will take place, and again after crushing, this will also be a fine only. So both fine materials are separated. Next, from this, it is taken to screening operation. It is going to take the screening operation. Okay, so this is one typical uh, crushing operation. Okay, so in this diagram, okay, these are the inside portions, that's all. Okay, so from here top side the material is fed, so crushing operation is going to be there inside. Okay, these are called as name given, just a name, cone crusher name. So infeed, outlet. Okay, so like that. Okay. So now scalping, what is the scalping? It is most often used in divert the fines at jaw primary crusher. Jaw primary means it's a mechanism. Jaw primary means it's a mechanism used in the crusher. So what is happening at the feeder point? If this is a crusher portion, so at this only bigger particles are directly taken into the crushing main part. Finer particles are taken side, and later after crushing, this will join. So this is called as scalping. It is often used is to divert the fines. Means you are diverting here. You are diverting the fines. In this way, very coarse portion is crushed. Means this very coarse portion is crushed inside this machine and then recombined with the portion in which it is again recombined. It is again recombined. So crusher run material before further processing. So okay, it is going to be joined with this material. Okay. So primary crushing, secondary crushing, tertiary crushing. What do you mean by this? In primary crushing, the big boulders more than 80 mm, 100 mm, big boulders are crushed to a little bit smaller, 40, 20, like that. In secondary crushers, these are again taken to still smaller size. Okay. Again, these are taken to the another crusher, very small, very small. Why this is done? Because for some construction work, you require this, or both. Okay, or all the three. So depending upon the requirement, if that only big sized rock are there, then you can directly take it from primary crushing. If a building construction requires smaller aggregate also, then you can take this plus this. So like that, you have three types of crushing. Okay, what is that? In stone quarries, these are called as in very bony gravel pits, means bigger gravel pits. Only you get the large stones. Large material usually is reduced in size by either jaw crusher or gyratory crusher. Only these are the names given to the crusher. Okay, don't get confused. So in primary crushing, bigger particles, big boulders are converted into small normal aggregate size. So what type of mechanism is there? These are called as compression crushers. Means what? There will be crushing apparatus like this. Okay. So inside this one, so aggregates are taken here. So force is applied like this. So this is called as compression. After primary crushing, so reduction, the resulting aggregate generally is placed in large surge pile. Means what? After this, these are stored like this, big larger piles. Okay, just outside or the open ground. Okay, like that. Now, after that, from here, the aggregates may be fed to secondary operation. So bigger piles. So if the requirement tells that if we require still smaller aggregates, then these are taken to the next one, secondary crusher. Okay. Here, what is happening? As explained earlier, secondary, tertiary means what? Depending upon the requirement, we go for further reduction in size. So these are the final steps in reducing the material. So for what reason? To get the desired size. Get the desired size. Historically, cone crusher or roller crusher. Roller crusher means what? It is cross section. It is like this. So it is continuously rotating. So whatever portion is coming underneath it, it is going to crush. Okay. Cone crusher means what? Like this, it will be there. So whatever materials are fed, here some crushing mechanism is there. Okay. Okay. It will get crushed. So it depends upon the choice. Okay. Which one you want? So you can take it that one. But in recent years, impact crusher, that means compression crushers are generally used, okay, nowadays. Okay, so like this it is going to come and hit the platform. Okay, aggregates are broken. So a roller crusher is another compression type of crusher that simply breaks the material by pinching. This is the roller crusher. So simply rolls on the aggregates, so it will crush the aggregates. It will crush the aggregates. This type of crushers are often found in gravel operations. Means for big road works. So that time you require this type of crushers. Okay. So screening means what? As I told earlier, Screening is nothing but separation of similar sized aggregates. Size depending upon size. All 10 mm one side, all 20 mm another side. Okay, so like that, if you are separating, then it's called a screening operation. Screening is another technique to control both quality as well as grading. So grading is nothing but what? Getting almost all sized aggregate. So we have seen and discussed in the last classes. Okay, grading portion. So the best technique for grading control is screening. Grade means what? How much 10 mm should be there? How much 20 mm should be there? How much 40 mm should be there in a given lot? In a given lot. So that can be done using screening only. Screening may be done maybe in wet condition or maybe in dry condition depending upon the type of aggregate. So degree of consistency required for each product. Degree of consistency means how much accurately you require. Okay. Now from the exam point of view, this topic is very important. So there will be short question. Always this type of question will come. Explain the importance of size, shape, texture of aggregates. Okay. So if we change the size combination, what is its final impact on the concrete? If we change the shape of the aggregates selected for work, what is the impact on the final aggregate, final concrete? If the texture is changed or altered, what is its impact? So this concept is very important from the exam point of view. Okay, so now here what is happening? If you consider shape, this is round shape, this is flaky shape, okay, this is crushed shape, okay, crushed shape or irregular shape, you can call it as irregular shape. Okay, in generally shapes, here we can have rounded, irregular, or exactly cubical, like this cubical like type of aggregates. These are flaky or as well as elongated. So we have so many classifications. Okay, what is its impacts? We'll see next one, next slide. Okay, here you can see some of the good aggregates, some of the bad aggregates. Okay, so here poorly shaped crushed aggregates after crushing, if this is the shape, what are these? By the diagram only you can see these are flaky, these are flaky, you can see very thin. Here that Burmac crusher, if they are used, cubical aggregates you are getting, okay, these are called as good aggregate. So it will obviously made good concrete. Cubical means a regular shape. Okay, here it is also one good aggregate, it is also one good aggregate. You can see a normal size, almost all sizes are present. Here it is also, but it is irregular. Here you should write it cubical shape. These are called as irregular. From the diagram only you can understand, no? You can see. So these are irregular shape. These are almost cubical. Cubical means it's not exactly round, a little bit this type of shape. Cubical. Here you can see how the shapes are the irregular, like this, irregular. These are not good for concrete. These are not good for concrete. So you can have a classification like this also. Okay. Now this diagram very important to understand the next concepts. It is both size as well as shape is explained here. Texture I will come later. Okay. Now here you can see shape. These are rounded shape. All are rounded from here to here. All are rounded. These are irregular shape, means what? No specific shape is there. Irregular shape. Here it is angular shape. Here it is a angular shape. Now you understand rounded shape aggregates you can mix easily. You can mix easily. They require less water to mix. Less water to mix. Disadvantage is bonding is poor. It is here bonding is poor because it is a round. Okay, here in these two cases it requires more cement, it requires more water, but advantage is they have good bonding because it's have a interlocking property, it have a interlocking property like that. Okay, so one of the advantage. Now there will be depending upon texture. If this is a texture is nothing but surface finish. If the surface is very smooth, so paste, cement paste consumption is less. If surface is very rough type, cement paste consumption is more. Here it is more, here it is less. Here workability, workability, workability is also is more, workability is less. What do you mean by workability? How easily the total concrete can be made, placed, compacted, finished. So all that easiness comes under workability. So these smooth texture aggregates are good for workability. Hard or rough textured aggregates are poor for workability. Are poor for workability. Okay, rounded shape mixing is good, easy, less water consumption, less cement consumption, but bonding is poor. Reverse of that one for irregular and angular. Bonding is there, but cement consumption, water consumption are more. Little bit more effort is required for mixing these things. Little bit less effort is required for mixing these things when you are making a concrete. Okay, so these things only explained in there. When you come to shape portion, when you come to shape, what is happening? 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, 4.75. You can see like this. Okay, as you use bigger aggregates, the cement consumption is less. As you use smaller aggregates, cement consumption will be more, but up to certain extent. After that you cannot use. Maximum 40 or maximum 80. More than that you cannot use. Here bigger means what? Cement consumption is less. Here cement consumption will be more. It's a general term. So this will give more economical. This will not give more. Will not be a economical. Will not be a economical. Okay. So whatever next explanation is there, I have explained using here only in this diagram only. We'll just go through that one. Okay. See here now. Importance of size, shape, texture. Here first one is size only. The largest maximum size of aggregate which you can generally use is 80 mm. Is 80 mm. Okay. So more than that, it is not convenient. It is not going to be convenient for mixing and transporting. So maximum you can use 80 mm. If you are using largest means up to 80, because if you have a choice to get 20 or 40 or 80, so if you have a choice, go for this. Go for this. It will give these advantages. It will give these advantages. What are those advantages? So using the largest possible maximum size will result in reduction in cement content. Very important. If cement consumption is reduced, obviously the total cost is also going to be reduced, but not but not lessening the strength. Okay, for the same strength achievement, if the cement consumption is lesser, then it will be economical. Same way, water requirement is also less for mixing, and also there will be shrinkage, less shrinkage. There will be shrinkage less. What do you mean by shrinkage? Wet concrete, volume more. Hard concrete, there will be reduction in volume. Why? Water evaporates and all the starts setting. So during setting, reduction in volume. So reduction is nothing but shrinking. So this is called as drying shrinking. During the setting of the concrete, the size is reduced, then we call it as drying shrinkage. So here when you use bigger aggregates, the total shrinkage quantity is less. Total shrinkage quantity is less. Okay? So in that way, cement is also less here. Water content may be also reduced, and also you have advantage of drying shrinkage, less drying shrinkage. Okay, you will see it in the next video.